Hi there, I'm Ben. Welcome to part 5 of my full platinum walkthrough for Alan Wake Remastered. So we're continuing on with episode 2. This is the second part of episode 2. This is Elderwood National Park. So this is the cutscene you would see at the end of the previous episode, or the previous chapter, should I say, which was Sheriff's Station. So this is the very start of the chapter here. So at the very beginning here, look to the left-hand side. Look for the bones and read the sign on the front. So again, I'm going to be showing you the checklist every time just to make sure it definitely counts. And so you know where you need to be up to as well. Thermos flask, they're fine. As soon as you pick up the thermos flask, as long as it's gone, you're good. So pick up the one behind there. And then that's it for this area. We're going to be moving on pretty quickly. So you've got to do a bit of back and forth here with Rusty. He's going to look after this dog, which has obviously been captured by a bear trap there. I'm not sure. I think his injuries will be a bit worse than that if a bear trap had got him. But there you go. So it's going to tell you to come fill in a form, or just find the form and bring it back to him. Barry's going to be shouting at us the whole time as we walk back and forth. You can just ignore him or listen to him if you want. And then turn in the form, and you're going to get the keys, and then we can move on to the actual open part. So as you can see, this video is a lot longer than previous ones. They are going to get longer from now on. There's big, long sections of the game coming up. 6 chapters, 6 episodes, in total. So a lot more to go after this one. This is the final one of episode 2, so it'll be episode 3 after this. So once you leave, go through the door, you'll get a cutscene, and you'll be in the cabin with Barry, and that'll be just you. You're going to head out on your own, or Alan is anyway. So we're free to do whatever we want. So go downstairs, pick up the thermos, make sure you get that. Now, there is one round the back, out the back door there, and I thought, when I first picked this up, I went round the back and explored that way, and I just thought, I wonder if you can get out the back door. The answer is, no, you can't. You can't. You have to go around. So go outside and go round and pick up thermos number 20. So there's going to be a lot more combat in this one. There's going to be quite a few little mini bosses and things like that. So lots of kill-related things happening. Be sure to be using the shotguns and things when you find them. There's going to be more than enough ammo, so just go crazy. So very obvious manuscript here at the bottom. Barry doubts Wake's sanity. So whenever you see a building like this as well, it's always a good idea to go in and just have a look if there are any bullets or guns or batteries or whatever. That one, in case of that one, there was none. Yeah, I don't find all of them. I'm pretty sure I don't find all of the ammo things lying around, but there's more than enough. You don't need to worry about finding them all. So heading down the hill, stop at the first cabin, the next cabin along. I'm going to get a radio show here in this building. Again, just bring up the stats and check that it's counted, and you're free to move on. There we go, radio show number 4. Now we're going to go get TV show number 4. So here's an instance where you can actually open up the cupboards. There's not many cupboards and things like that you can actually... Was that guy walking past? Oh, that was freaky. I did not notice that the first time. Oh, wow. How did I not see that? A guy just walked past the window. Oh, that was horrible. I didn't know that until that note. I was recording this then and watching it back. Oh, wow. So, anyway, moving on. Run to the next cabin along, and there's going to be a TV show in this one. I wonder if we're going to get a guy walk past the window in here as well. Oh, that makes me nervous to replay the game now. What else have I missed? See, the window's busted on this one. So kick the door down and turn the TV on. And we'll check the stats. As long as it says number 4, which it does, we are good to move on. No person there then. Oh, that was horrible. Right, so we will be back up here eventually. We're going to be doing basically a circuit and running back up here. And we'll finish at the cabin that we started at. So we'll be finishing where Barry is. So we're going exploring Lover's Peak and coming back, basically. But we'll grab everything now. So once you see that phone booth, run past it and go up the little hill here to the pagoda, or whatever this thing is. Probably not a pagoda, but there you go. And pick up the manuscript page. And then head back to the road. And on the road, you'll find a car with another page in it. Rusty dying. Spoiler alert. See, I told you these foreshadow what's happening. And yeah, that's actually the great part of these collectibles. There's all the foreshadowing that's done. It's not really spoiling anything. It's just the way the story's being told. I actually think it adds more, because once you kind of know that somebody might die or something happens, you're watching out for it almost. And it might not happen, or it might happen, who knows. Anyway, carry on down the road. You can see all hell's going to start breaking loose. And go into the first building on the left. You're going to find a coffee thermos. No ammo. No, nothing else. Out here we've got a very obvious manuscript page. So we're back at where we started, the very start of this chapter. We're going to go and see Rusty. So he was screaming, wasn't he, at this part. We were just casually walking around. We've got stuff to find. We've got coffee to steal. So go behind that building. You can find the coffee thermos or another one. Now we'll go and see what's up with Rusty.
Hello?
So a cutscene will play once you walk in here. He's alright. He's fine. He's not dying. Is he? As long as the dog doesn't die, we're fine, right?
I'll be right back. Whatever did this couldn't
So pick up the revolver. You're going to need that from now on.
Manuscript. It would help me understand what had happened.
Dog's okay for now.
The only way to make sure that Rusty was safe was
So you're going to need to run back to this building to try and turn the lights on. And you see I'm kind of looking at the floor for two reasons. Obviously there's the manuscript here. You're going to start seeing little black blobs of stuff on the floor. You're going to see it very soon, actually. I think it's as you exit the building, they'll start appearing. So pick that up. There's some ammo here. You are going to start needing ammo in a moment. That's not good.
Someone had destroyed the circuit breaker. There was no way to get the lights back on.
So you'll see them start. I think they're on the floor outside here now. Yeah, so here, these things. They do hurt you as you stand on them, which I'm going to find out in a moment. And as you walk towards, you're going to start getting attacked here. I should have killed off that black blob. So if you just shine your light at it, just casually, it kills it quite quickly as well. You see, I'm going to there we go. Take quite a lot of health damage from that, actually. And again, get stuck on it now. Yeah, and the guy's chucking the knives. Every single one is hitting me. It's not going right, is it? And this is on easy. So health will come back slowly if you're not in the light. Uh-oh, the dog didn't survive. Oh, no. The dog got it. Can't believe it. Dog never dies. Anyway, ammo dump there because there is a little bit of a boss fight. It's Rusty. So again, these guys, they sort of just scoot around. Try and follow them. It's not the worst thing if you can't, because you get a sort of a slow-mo as they run towards you anyway. Try and follow them. You'll do a little bit of kind of light damage. You can light as in, not light damage as in a little bit of damage. Light damage as in using the light. If you still hit them when they're invisible running around. So just try and track them and just kill them like a normal enemy. And once you do, you'll get that trophy there. That's a story one. Just got these two. And then we'll fill up before we leave because we're done here. Can't believe they killed the dog. So now we'll go down here and carry on towards Lover's Peak. So stepping in the light will get you a checkpoint every single time there's light like that. Even if a checkpoint has just happened, you step into the light, you're going to get another checkpoint.
What the hell was that?
Bit of a phone call here, so we're slowed down.
Forget about it, Barry. It's just me going crazy.
Oh, jeez.
So look for the sign and then go off to the left-hand side.
You were crazy, but you're not crazy.
Come on, finish up the phone call. Let's go.
Stay in the cabin. Don't open the door for anyone. I mean it.
There we go. And Rusty's final thoughts is the manuscript page here. Nope, nothing else to pick up. Go into the light, get a checkpoint. They're very generous in this game. Even on hardcore, it's hardcore. What's it called? Nightmare. Nightmare mode. Even the checkpoints on that are great. They're all the same. You just take more damage. That's essentially what it is. And the enemies take more. You need to shine your light on them for longer before they break their kind of shield. There's not much more to it than that. That's why getting used to balancing, using your torch in kind of shooting from the hip as opposed to directing it towards them, and balancing your battery life is it's good to work on it now because you'll need to do it a lot in Nightmare, along with a lot of running. So when you see the sign for Lover's Peak, go to the left, go through the gate, and you're going to come into Moonshine Cave. Read the sign. This is sign number 4. So we'll double check that. Yep, we're good. And then we've got, in the same place, a supply cache. And this is number 5, supply chest. Number 5, so there's a shotgun next to it. Make sure you grab that as well. And then once you open it, you're going to get Finders Keepers because this is number 5 of 30. So the next trophy for supply chest is 30, unfortunately. So if you haven't got the trophy for getting a double kill, still remember to do it. I mean, there's plenty of game left for you to get it, but it's the sort of trophy you just want to get out of the way and not forget. I mean, you can always load up a chapter if you really need to. So going back to the main path here, we're going to go down to Lover's Peak. Oh, it's quite a while yet before we get there. More batteries, nope. So this is how not to do a fight. So there's a guy, I think he just, there he is. I couldn't figure out where he came from. He's behind me now, and he traps me. This does not go well. Yeah, they usually try and do sort of a pincer move. The enemies are actually really good in this, AI-wise. They will flank you. So I quickly get rid of them there with a flare. That didn't go too well, but I suppose it's a good example of what not to do. So look for the sign there, Lover's Peak again. And then once you see that, go off to the right-hand side. Up the other path and get the manuscript. And now we'll continue on the main path again. So kind of work your way back to where we were. One thing you probably noticed on these videos, and something you'll probably have to do in this game yourself, is switch the shoulder a lot. The game kind of just drifts across to the right all the time. I always like to look over the shoulder on the right-hand side, like it is now. but the game drifts a lot onto the left-hand side. It's quite annoying. Couldn't find an option to stop it doing that. But yeah, you'll see me kind of switching it a lot. So when you carry on down the path, you'll get to this big tree here. This is a new type of enemy. Oh, he's doing it. So these are bigger guys. They take more light and more bullets. And you saw him there. They do sort of a charge as well. Shining a light on them won't stop that charge, and it's really hard to dodge out of the way of the charge as well. More often than not, probably 90% of the time, you're going to get hit by the charge. There's not much you can do. Shooting them does stop them. So if they do charge you, you saw him do it to me. Try and shoot them and stop them in their path. But yeah, the big ones are just like they're literally just big enemies. And once you I've done that and got the other two, read the sign here. That is one of the ones we need. So yeah, they're just big versions of normal enemies. They just take more, like a bullet sponge almost. They're definitely not too bad on this easy difficulty, but it's I think it's 8 rounds on nightmare mode for one of those guys. So avoiding them is the best thing to do. And don't be afraid to do combat in easy, because you want to get it all out of the way. So switching batteries, using the pistol, shotgun. I think I do have a shotgun. I should be using it actually. See there, I'm flicking over the over the shoulder again, changing it. I really don't like it on the right. It just does not feel right on the left, having the person on the right. I like to look over the right shoulder. Anyway, you know what I mean. So running over here. Oh my god, they're so quick with these things. I swear the first time I was playing this, they were not that accurate with the axes and the knives. Across the bridge. So yeah, this sort of part here, what we would do is run in nightmare mode. Is just run straight for this this generator here and try and start it, so we don't have to deal with the enemies. Most of the time you can do it, especially when you get flares, which we are going to get later on. You can just drop a flare and it just lets you do whatever you want. Gives you more than enough time. So jump, go off to the right hand side there. I'm stuck here. The jumping is not too good in this game. Go past the bench there, jump over, get the flask, then run back to the main path. You've got this kit here with Manuscript. So back on the main path again here. And carrying on. So there's going to be a few more newer things as well. So we will get flares, which are really handy. We'll also start seeing bear traps, so that was kind of foreshadowed right at the start as well. Here's you're going to get rushed here, so have the flare gun ready. Hopefully you've got one. This is another instance where we would try and avoid this fight later on. But for this, there's more than 4 enemies here. I think there's 5 or 6. I'm at 4 to spawn that spawn straight away. I'm trying to group them because I want to try and kill 4 with 1 flare. It didn't work. The one at the back was not close enough. I do get that trophy in this video, so we're going to be killing 4 enemies with 1 flare gun shot. Again, don't worry if you don't get it. There's going to be plenty of time. Run away. So yeah, get used to the dodge timings as well, because you'll be using that when running away from enemies in the nightmare. So run past the light for now. I've not done it on purpose because I don't want a checkpoint just yet. Not that it really makes much difference. Anyway, run past. You've got the thermos here. It's number 24. And then you've got a sign as well, so make sure you read that. And then you can check the stats, make sure it's counted. Which it has, so we're good. It's not that windy. The signs aren't moving, are they? No. Sorry, the trees aren't moving. Yet that piece of wood was flying like mad. Maybe it was one of the shadow people taken. Right, moving on. Very obvious. Probably the most obvious one you will see. Manuscript. So we're nearly on 25 Thermos and 25 Manuscript. So we're going to be getting a couple of trophies from those soon. We're about to lose all of our weapons. Not the torch, thankfully, but we will be meeting up with somebody. I'm not going to tell you who. When can I say who it is? as you're walking up. I'm just trying to figure. I don't want to give spoilers away, but we're going to be meeting somebody. So we're going to wait for this lift to come up. And then we're going to take it down. And things aren't going to go so well, so we're going to lose our gun. That's how it does it. Some birds will attack, but it's not a proper bird attack. Yeah, we're just kind of... you don't need to do anything at this point. Just ride it out and fly across. So you will get a cutscene at the bottom. The guy's going to appear and help you out with flares, and you're going to get an introduction to flares now. Very, very handy, especially in Nightmare. Allows you to skip a lot of combat.
See them too? Hell, of course I see them. Come on, we gotta move.
So pick them up. You don't have a gun. Only this guy has the gun. So you're going to need to break all of the shields, or kind of break them down with the light, and this guy's going to kill them. So the way it actually works is you kind of still aim and use your gun almost. Wherever you aim is where this guy's going to shoot. So the first thing we're going to do here is actually get a trophy out of the way called back I say. Which is for saving yourself with a flare. So I'm just going to get it out of the way. This is a trophy you'll more than likely get without trying, but I always like to get trophies out of the way so I don't have to worry about them. Get them done as soon as possible. So I'm going to take damage here. This is what I want to do. And then once the screen starts going black and white, so at about quarter health, which is now, light up a flare using R1, and that's going to push them all back and you'll get the trophy. Just basically save yourself with a flare. That's what the trophy is. And yeah, just back up. He's reloading at this point, and then wherever you shine your lights, that's the person he's going to start shooting as well. So once you do break an enemy's light, his shield down, it's gone forever. It doesn't come back. Well, I've not noticed it come back. I definitely not hung around too long, to be honest. So break all the shields and let this guy shoot them. So some more are going to turn up. Don't go burning your flares. Let them come towards you a bit before you start breaking the flares out. You're just waiting for the guy to break the gate behind us, and so we can move on. So I'm just not throwing flares at them right away. There's two ways you can do flares as well. You can light them and just drop them straight onto the floor, which I'm going to do here. This is the sort of instance you would use if you want to, say, light power up a generator. You'd do that. Or you can hold R1 and Alan will hold it in his hand, and you can kind of walk towards them and farm them a bit if you want. Push them around. Anyway, once the gate is open, just move on. No need to hang around. So yeah, don't burn through your flares. You will burn through your flares, literally. You will need them. There's a bit tricky-ish section. It's not really tricky. It is in Nightmare, but not now. Section coming up, there's a load of guys. So when you see the heart shape at the top there, you're going to see this sign here. Go behind it and get coffee thermos number 25, and you'll also get damn good cup of coffee. The trophy. So the next thermos related trophy is at 100, which we will get this playthrough. A long ways to go yet. So pick up the flares, and you're going to get three lots of 3 enemies. Actually, I think there might be 4 in the final lot. So just break the shield down and just try and keep them back, switching between different ones. And he will shoot. See there, he switched his aim. He will shoot the one that you're aiming at. That is a one-shotter, so they'll die pretty quickly. If they've got those sickle kind of things, they're the one-shot ones. Get rid of those first. So there's going to be a couple more up on the ledge here. Get out of the way. I can break those down. There's going to be a big guy behind us. And another quick one. See, he turned around there to finish him off because I was shining the light at him. So you are technically kind of directing the shots. He's doing it. Yeah. If he does the charge, light a flare. Just push him back. There, done. Once the big guy is done, we are done, and you're going to get another cutscene, and you're going to end up on the ground below. So I can tell you now that think it is the kidnapper. That's Alan's rationale at this point. Well, we know it is.
Come back here! I swear I'll kill you if you hurt Alice!
So once you drop down, you start again. Don't go forward, turn around and come towards the waterfall.
And he wanted the manuscript because
And drop down here
some magical power.
to get supply chest number 6.
I had to get back to
So we're stocked up with flares again. Flare gun. It's always seems to be a flare gun in these chests, along with other stuff, but there always seems to be a flare gun in them, which is good because the flare gun's like a panic button. Now we'll move on. Yeah, check the floor. There's plenty lying around on the floor here. Paging Mr. Wake. That's number 25, so you should get that at this point as well. And now we're back in the woods again. Lots of running around in the dark in the trees. Later on in the game, there isn't so much of the woods, thankfully. It just seems very dense at the front end, lots of woods. Right, so that on the floor is not a collectible or anything. It's a bear trap, so don't run over it. You're going to see plenty of them in a moment. So yeah, if you see something shining on the main path like that, it's probably a bear trap, not a manuscript. So follow them along. It just makes following the main path even easier now, to be honest. And when you get to the big rock, look to the left hand side. You'll see some ammo flashing. Can't pick any more up. And then jump over here. Now, I didn't actually jump because I didn't want to fall. I got towards it and then pressed circle to try and pick it up. And then Alan will walk over the log on his own, so you don't jump and die. So from here, turn around, get to the tin cans, number 3. So we are only getting 5. We only need 5, but I will show you more later on. There's going to be a bit of a fight coming up over here. So once you drop off the log, stay to the right, because that's kind of where they spawn. They spawn in the hedges, in the bushes, on purpose. So it's kind of this bush here. This one is where they spawn. Try and push them back. And then again on that bush. Come on, with the axes. So there's only 3 here. And then there's going to be another 2 or 3 here as well. Yeah, I think there's one behind me as well. Yeah, throwing things. Thankfully didn't hit me this time. Nope, didn't finish him. There we go. Right, from here you're going to look, keep following the path and look for the fallen down tree. Yeah, it should be dead ahead. There it is. Now there's 2 ways up to where we're going now. You can go up the main path here, or you can just use this tree to get up. Now it's not essential, but you can get the flare gun out here. There's going to be one of the big guys right in front of you. Plus one other one. So if you do have a flare, you can just shut this encounter down pretty quickly. Don't try and start the generator yet. There, just get both of them. Wait till they're close. Get rid of them. Now we'll start this, get the checkpoint. There we go. Another very obvious manuscript there. Wake, here's a chainsaw. Is that foreshadowing? Who knows? If you're not, honestly, if you're not listening to them, listen to the manuscripts. They're good. And then go back into this building for a thermos as well. And now we're actually got a bit of a weird kind of side area almost. Like the normal path is to the left now. And we've got this big open area with this fallen plane here. It's the only time in the game this bit kind of happens. So what we've got, we need to get the wing of the plane down so we can get on the wing. That's what we're trying to do here. So, I think, just looking at it there, I think the wing was actually there. So if you weigh down, anyway, you weigh the plane down with the front and it'll stay there. But looking at it, it looked like the wing was actually there. It must have broken off. Maybe you don't need to do that. Huh. It's just what I've done when I was messing around the first time. Yeah, anyway, when it's fallen down, get on the wing and pick up the chest. Either way, it's a fun little ride. Now we're going back to the main path. So that's where we dropped off before. And we'll carry on. This is one of those sections where the noise doesn't stop and the fog doesn't stop. You need to get through it. If I remember rightly. Anyway, there's a lot of enemies in here. So stick to the right kind of path here. Where it's clear. But make sure you are away. They're coming after you. He's going to get me. No, he didn't. It's a miracle. Change your battery, man. There you go. Yeah, so there's going to be more. So when you get to the fallen log here, look to the left. You can just see a cliff edge over there. That's where we're going to go in a moment. Yeah, so using the shotgun there. Get some shotgun kills in. Or was it the rifle at this point? I forget. They were dying in one. It could be the rifle, actually. Anyway, once they're done, go up to the peak here and pick up the coffee thermos. And now we're going into the mill. So there's going to be some more that head you off here. Every single one is getting me. I could dodge, but I just kind of want to get rid of them. Can't shoot through hedges, apparently. Why is this guy not dying? There we go. Right, we're safe. So in the mill, so at this point you're going to want to run. I don't think it does fall, it just gives the illusion that it might. It just kind of rocks a bit. Drop down and there's going to be the black stuff is going to be on the floor again. That stuff. So you're going to want to clear it out. Or just make sure you don't stand on it. And when you're upstairs, go into the first room you come to. And then head out onto the balcony to find a manuscript. And then we're going to head back upstairs. Now, whenever I'm doing these recordings, trying to get the gameplay, it's bits like this. Like, I'm not too... I know I get knocked about with the knives and enemies and what have you, but I'm usually in control. Or I like to think so anyway. It's bits like this where I think, oh, I'm going to die here. And this is just going to be annoying. You know, it's a simple jump. And you think, oh, no. This is the bit, isn't it? But no, I made it. And once you get across, you get a manuscript. Especially in Dark Souls. The times I die most in Dark Souls games is be falling off things. Right, yeah, so pick up the thermos there as well before we leave. There's a few flares here, a couple of flares, and then we're going to head up. And leave. Just going to be one of these big guys here. You don't need to use a flare or anything like that. You can take care of a single big guy on his own. Just make sure you're shining the light at them to knock them back. If they do charge you, if he does try and charge you, probably pop a flare. But he'd probably be alright. And once he's done, look to the barn on the left here. And gracefully jump over these boxes. And pick up the manuscript page. His legs are wobbling all over the place. Is that terrible, the jumping? Yeah, we've got rifle. Yeah, so we did get a rifle. It was a rifle I was using earlier, wasn't it? That's right. Right, there's going to be two big guys come towards you here. You should be able to kill them one at a time if you're quick enough. The first one will appear on the left. Stay clear of the logs on the right because they're going to fall. You should be fine. Where's the other one? There he is. Loads of time in between. Probably because I didn't move up too far. Easy peasy. So stock up. There's quite a lot here. That's got to tell you something, right? Ammo, batteries, the whole lot. So don't be afraid to use your flare gun here. It's just going to shut down this encounter quickly. So when Alan hears a chainsaw, this is what it is. So when you saw the light was kind of at an orange circle there. That means that you can't. So I'm just going to fire a flare and finish this off. There are some other smaller ones as well, but the guy with the chainsaw, when you get that kind of orange circle, it means just shining from the hip, not shooting, shining from the hip. Doesn't affect it. You have to actually shine your torch towards it. It doesn't seem to affect it at all. So you have to actively keep shining your light and dumping batteries in and keep it going until the shield breaks. I think it actually regens as well. So the shield actually comes back with those ones. Not once it's broken, but while you're kind of resting in between shining the light. But a simple flare is good enough as well. But later on we'll actually have to take care of bits of machinery, tractors and things like that, who will have that orange light. So now we need to head back to Barry. Before we do that, we're going to just get a few extra bits. We've got a thermos here. Get some more ammo. And we've actually got a driving section coming up, surprisingly. I was not expecting any sort of driving section in this game, to be honest, but there is. And the car is off to the right, but we need to get the keys. Very obvious manuscript here. And in the, I think this is the ladies' toilets. If you go in here, you're going to find some hunting rifle ammo. That's always going to come in handy. And then in the opposite side, I don't know if it's men's or ladies. Are there urinals in here? No, I can't see. Anyway, garage keys here. The TV is going to flick on, so check your stats. Make sure it definitely counts, and then you're free to move on, and you're going to get jumped here. It's just a simple one-shot guy, so it shouldn't be too bad. If you know he's coming. And now we'll get in the car. So the car has a full beam. You kind of have the resting beam, and then you can use full beam, similar to the torch. It does weirdly take up battery power, but it comes back the same way torches do. So you need to get, I think it was 20 kills for the trophy of this one. There's plenty of enemies to do with this but try and run over as many as you can, because you need to get kills with the vehicle. So shine the light, break their shield down, and just plow into them to kill them. If you know me and my streams, etc., you know I'm not the best at driving, but there you go. And I'm going to prove that later on. So there is there's a reason I'm doing this. I'm turning it around in case anyone comes running towards you. You want to do that with this game, is always have your lights shining towards, because they can destroy your vehicle. So you want to be ready to go and grab that thermos, and off we go. So you're going to see me kill a few here. Take it slow. There's some. So it's X, weirdly, to do the lights. Reverse a bit. Make sure we've got them all. Yeah, there's another one. 1, 2. So this will be 4. There's more than enough. There's a few driving sections. So when you get to the logging truck here, go to the right. You will be getting chased at this point. There's going to be loads of enemies spawning. I mean a lot. So turn the truck around so you can make a quick exit again. But this is the cabin we'll want to get in. You're going to see me pop a flare, because I know they're behind me, just to let me run into here and do what I need to do, which is open this supply chest. So obviously popping a flare means they're not going to follow you in. But once you go outside, there's going to be a lot of them. This is also a good place to try and get the 4 kills with a flare gun, which I'm going to try and do here and fail. I do manage to get it later on. The others just... I don't know why I did it then with that guy on his own. Should have done it with this big guy here. Like that. That would have got all 4 of them. So I'm going to move on now. So they will keep spawning infinitely. They will just keep coming. So if you want to get all of the vehicle kills, you can do it here. But there's more sections coming up. I'm kind of waiting, shining my torch. The controls aren't the best. I'm sticking with that excuse anyway. 1, 2 more. And you want to make your way up to the light here on the left, where this caravan is. There you can see that car there has got the kind of interior light on. That means you can drive that car. So if this one gets damaged, you can come up here and grab that car. Get a couple more kills there. So this is obviously a checkpoint. One thing, the main thing, it's a checkpoint. And there's also some cans here. So tin cans number 4. Hunting rifle. So this is where things go a bit wrong. I'm blaming it on the controls. I'm going to stick with that. So lots of enemies spawn. There's kind of a ramp here. You can do all sorts of cool tricks and stuff if you want. Yeah, see, they start attacking the truck or the car, and they do quite a lot of damage quite quickly. So this is me trying to just get some more kills. I actually could have just gone over the bridge and carried on and would have been fine. But I'm just trying to get a few more vehicle kills, which I shouldn't have bothered doing really. And I get trapped down here. This guy's stuck on there. Didn't realise there's actually barriers there, but there are. And then it just completely kills the car. And we're on foot. Never mind. Pop a flare, get them off me. Try and get the quad kill again. Doesn't work here. There's some really good places that you're probably going to get it by accident. The quad kill with the flare gun. So I'm going to have to do it on foot now. I could have run back and got the truck over there, but it's equidistant, I would say. So I'm just going to run up across the bridge. I should be getting kills with the hunting rifle here. Not even taking my own advice. He came out of nowhere. Why am I not using the hunting rifle? Come on, man. Concentrate. So we're trying to get to the tunnel behind this truck. That's where we're heading. So at this point you will get a load of enemies spawn around the truck, in and around it. Yeah, this is where I get the quad kill here. with the flare gun. So just kind of held that bad guy back. And then fired it off and got pretty lucky. That fourth guy is quite close to me. But it was enough. Come one, come all. Again, don't worry if you don't get it here. There's going to be more than a few opportunities for you to get it. And the manuscript page, that's why we came running up here. There we go. You've remembered, you've got the hunting rifle. Where the hell did he come from? Come on. So this is actually the exit. You'd need to get out of the car now anyway. And before going off towards the exit, run back here, slightly to the left, and get the coffee thermos, and then head for the stairs, and we're done with this bit. Now we are literally returning to Barry on the path that we've already been on, which is up here, so you're going to recognise where we are in a moment. Get the checkpoint, and then we're back here again at the Elderwood National Park Visitors Centre thing. So we're just taking exactly the same path that we came down at the very beginning to get back up to Barry for the final kind of showdown, and it's a bird showdown. We're actually going to get the trophy for killing 1,000 birds as well. It's probably not essential to do it here, but I found that this is the point in the game where the most birds spawn, so we'll just get it out of the way and done. It only takes a few minutes. 1,000 sounds like a lot, but it's not. You get through it really quickly. Flare gun, that's got to tell you something. I do actually opt for the hunting rifle after remembering that I actually have it. Yeah, try and soften this guy up with with the pistol, and then go for the hunting rifle. But it turns out on easy, the hunting rifle actually kills the big guys in one as well. He's going to charge, and he's down. Yeah, and that's it. There's just 2 groups of 3 there, and that's it for enemies apart from birds at the very end. So we're just going to run all the way back up to the lodge with Alan's amazing stamina and breath control.
Where's my wife? Enough horseplay, Wake. You deliver the manuscript, and you can have your woman.
So we're going to get, I think this is the kidnapper again talking. Yeah, the kidnapper needs a week, that's it.
I still need to write the ending. I need a week.
Not done?
I need a week.
2 days. The old Bright Falls coal mine is nearby. You can find it easy, city boy. The main building, there at noon. You bring the
And there we are, that's the lodge. You see there's birds all around in the sky. Now what we're going to do is we're going to run up. There's one final thing to get here as well, the supply chest, but it's at the back of the sort of bird encounter. So you would be getting it anyway. So at this point there is a checkpoint. Does it say checkpoint? Yeah, there, checkpoint. So a checkpoint just happened there. That's the checkpoint we're using. So what you want to do is run up, run all the way to the back of the house. And there's going to be a supply chest here. And now you're going to want to start killing birds. The flare gun kills a bunch of birds in one go. They come from over the roof here to start with. So maybe use 5 or 6 flares. Kill 5 or 6 groups. You don't want to kill too many because you'll end the encounter and have to move on. From behind next. So just keep popping off flares, killing birds. There's another one. Where are you? Is it the roof again? Yes, the roof again. So kill these 2. I think at this point I decide We're going to do one more. Yeah, one more. And then I'm going to show you the stats. So we've got quite a few stats. We haven't really killed many birds. I think I had like 17 before this. Now we're at 232. So restart checkpoint. And then go and do it again. Now this is the final one of me doing it. I think I had to do it 4 times, something like that. It's not essential to do this now. Just get it out of the way so you don't have to worry about birds. And then you can even run past birds later on if you need to. But it's just, you obviously saw how many birds were appearing there and how quickly you can farm them, so just get it done. Open up the chest, and then, yeah, so I think this is my 4th attempt, something, maybe 5th. So, just keep restarting checkpoint, kill the first sort of 5 or 6 groups of birds, restart checkpoint. So yeah, now I've learnt the pattern. So there's one in front, there's one behind. And this is the end of the chapter, by the way, so once these are all done, you actually need to survive the birds. There we go. If it flies, it burns, so that's 1,000 birds killed. We're going to be killing more birds later on, but it's fine. Get it done. Like I said, I just like to get trophies out of the way so I don't need to worry about them later on. Even if it means overkilling. There's the birds, get rid of more. Just keep firing flares. It's the end of the episode, so don't worry about using all your ammo up. Torchlight obviously kills birds as well. And then when it's happened, when it sort of stops, Barry will come out of the lodge. So these are the stats you should be looking at with regards to collectibles. That's where we're up to at the end of this episode. So make sure you're similar, if not the same, especially on the collectibles, similar on kills and battery uses and things like that. And then go and talk to Barry, and that will be the end of this episode. So we're going to move on to episode 3 after this one. Again, it's going to be a bit longer, the videos, hopefully. Maybe not the first one, but definitely the second one. So you're going to get a long cutscene, and then the whole end of episode thing is going to happen again. End of episode 2, skip, you're going to get the trophy, Park Ranger, that's the end of episode 2. So thanks very much for watching, I'll see you on the next one.